Good day, everyone. I'm Romeo Casalta Jr., on-the-job training of Cerebral Inc. And I am assigned to construction management. But first of all, what is construction management? Construction management is the management of construction project from beginning to end. The construction managers oversee all aspects of a construction project, including preparing cost estimates, drafting budgets, hiring subcontractors, tracking and reporting progress, communicating with stakeholders, and ensuring the regulatory compliance. Chapter 1, Company Pro Pro Inc. Technical, managerial, administrative business process, and consulting services are the main business activities of Sharp Inc. or SPN, a fully owned subsidiary of Philinvest Development. And services that Sherwood can be provided, including raw land in its natural state which has not been used, and vacant. Pre-design and design creating concepts and design for the property. Tender is an offer in writing to construct contractors to execute some specified works to supply. Pre-construction and construction. Construction is the process of constructing a building and building infrastructure. The end turnover is the process in which a physical possession is handed over the rightful owner or of a property. And share pro projects include high-end residential, like like the project where we are in, high-end residential Botanica 2, Bristol, the Enclave, mid for affordable residential, retail, hospitality like Crimson Hotel and Quest Hotel, mixed-use township like Cebu Cyber Zone, and lastly, housing and mid-rise building such as Futura Homes or One Oasis. Chapter 2, On-the-Job Training Activities. Assessing the plan is important in construction management. On our first week, our head for us about the field and its development as well as the general plan, such as the different field like power pro, plumbing, electrical plan, structural, and so on. Next, these are the different testing that we encountered during the on-the-job training. First is reverse testing. What is reverse testing? Reverse testing refers to the assessment and evaluation of reinforcing bars using concrete construction to ensure they meet the specified requirement that based on the general plan. And it also tests the tensile and bending stress applied to the bars. Next one is concrete testing. Concrete testing involves a series of assessments conducted to evaluate the quality, strength, and durability of concrete used in construction. In our project in Botanica 2, there are three different PSI or load that concrete must react or must endure. The first two are the 5,000 PSI and 6,000 PSI that refers to the slab and beams. And for the columns are 7,000 PSI to 8,000 PSI. Next testings are slump tests. For every mixer or mixer tank that going to the site or the project or used in a project, first it will test the slump test. What is slump test? Slump test is a common field Tests used to measure the workability or consistency of the pressure mix concrete. These tests help ensure that the concrete mix has the right consistency for intended application, whether it's for structural purposes, paving, or other uses. The primary goal is to assess how this the concrete can be worked and the molding of laboratory samples for strength tests specified in ASTM. In addition to slab test, it also includes the mix of integrals in some concrete. There are two types of integrals that can mix in a concrete mix, either in liquidify or solids in a solid state. But in our project in Botanica 2, we use liquid integrals. Integrals are held as the medium to help the concrete to resist the water content that cannot penetrated in in the mix or such as wall or retaining wall, especially retaining wall. Next, on-site experience, site inspection. In construction management, it's a critical process designed to ensure that the construction activities are carried out according to the project specification, standards, and regulations. It includes assessment of concrete area or area that is set to be poured by concrete, checking elevation, rebars, beam, slab, column, walls, and girders. In this project, there are walls that have been called shear wall. First of all, what is shear wall? Shear wall are a vertical structure element used in building to resist the lateral forces such as wind, earthquakes, and other horizontal loads. They play a crucial role in ensuring the stability and safety of the structure. Hmm. Next is plumbness. Plumbness is when we are checking the forma in Tagalog or formworks that's installed in a wall or column. It includes measuring the formworks, the thickness that being poured in a formworks that cannot be greater than 5 5 cm or zero point 0.5 millimeter. If it exceeds the limitation, the solution is to adjust the braces that connected to the wall or the formworks. Next is ground testing. Here, ground testing connected to the electrical plant or for electrical plant. Like while I discussed a while ago that we're not only focused on structural but in different fields. Now, ground testing. Ground testing is when we are excuse me, when we are checking the ground voltage or ohms of a specify specific specify points in an area in or electric rod that injected in a soil or surface. First, there are three wire that connected in this tester. These are the positive, negative, and neutral. These three types of wire are connected to the electrical rods. Three different electrical rods to read the voltage of that specified places or area. And when the limits or the maximum requirement of the project or in the plan are not exceeding 5 voltage or 5 ohms. And when it exceed the 5 ohms, it will require to replace the electric rod. And there are some cases that greatly affect the voltage or ohms that that can read in this tester. The first one is when the electrical The electrical rod is is located near in a excavated area or the backfield area. And second one's when the electric rod filled by the water. Next, electrical wiring or pipes elevation. Like our wiring pipes elevation assessment. It also includes an electrical pan where we check the elevation and the distance. In this picture, we can see that we are measuring the the light the lightning of this and beneath the slab, the point to point length of wiring connected to the lighting. And not only horizontally but vertically, which is checking the elevation of electrical equipment such as jet fan, CCTV, and this speaker. And the second picture represents the dry density testing. First of all, what is dry density testing? Dry density testing sa inosasyon is critical process used to assess the compactness and quality of soil, aggregate, or concrete. The main purpose of dry density testing is for compaction control, quality control, material property assessment, compliance with the specification, and predicting settlement and bearing capacity. Lastly, next is chapter 3. On-site experience in the firm taught us the importance of land and serve as a source of knowledge about construction, particularly for project. As a site engineer, you are responsible for inspecting the ongoing project and identifying any gaps that might create difficulties throughout construction. On-site experience in the firm. Like what I said a while ago. As site engineer, you are responsible for inspecting the ongoing project and identifying any gaps that might create difficulties throughout construction, such as plumbness, elevation, concrete cracks, and rivers. A general plan, often referred to as a site plan or master plan, in a comprehensive layout that outline the entire construction project. Its importance during actual site inspection is significant for several reasons. Guidance and reference. It provides us a detailed overview of the project layout. Inspector use it to ensure that the construction follows the approved design and specification. Compliance verification. Inspector compared the site condition with the general plan to verify the compliance with the zoning laws. Building codes, environmental regulation, and other legal requirements. Identifying the potential issues during site inspection. General plan. Help inspector identify potential issues related to land use, grading, drainage, access, and other critical aspects. In this project, frequently engineering problems that are encountered is like such as thermal cracks. Thermal cracks. Thermal cracks pop ups when literally the effect of the climate. Sorry. Karma calcs frequently seen or madalas frequently I encountered in this project. It causes thermoclux because when the vibrator are not used properly, vibrator is a tool that used to mix properly the concrete when concrete pouring. And next is the temperature, like what I said a while ago. And next, engineering problems like plumpness, exceeding to the tolerance, elevation, and that's all for engineering problems. And what I learned from this project is or are that the plan to first master the plan, to learn, and to adapt to the on-site or the on-site inspection, such as the people surrounding you. That to be polite and as, assess everything according to a plan, to the general plan. That's all. Thank you for your attention. And lastly, I'm Romeo Casalta, OJT or on-the-job training or trainee from SharePro.